So Marvel Snap's newest card is Prodigy, and he felt really good today in this deck. This ability to copy the text of the card in front of him is just perfect in an ongoing Thanos deck. There are so many insane targets to hit in this deck. You know, sometimes you can actually just copy a blue Marvel. Of course, that's insane for a 3-drop. You can technically copy a Spectrum. It's not easy, but it's obviously insane. But you don't need those crazy hits to make Prodigy feel good. Wiccan, fantastic card to copy. A 3-cost Wiccan is amazing. Speed, Captain America, Dazzler, Goliath, and Ant-Man might not look flashy, but actually all still just really good. In many cases, you know, giving Prodigy somewhere from like 4, 6, plus 8 power in total, making him look kind of like a 3-8, 3-10, or 3-12, which of course is super efficient power output. Not to mention the fact that he becomes an ongoing card, supports other stuff like the Captain America or the Spectrum. So he's just feeding back into all of those other synergies. And on top of that, don't sleep on the stones. I actually think Prodigy copying stones can be pretty good, especially hits like the green stone. He draws you a card and he discounts your Thanos. Remember, Prodigy can hit on reveal cards and he reactivates that on reveal when he does. So like a 3-drop that draws a card and discounts a Thanos, pretty great hit. And one reason Thanos makes Prodigy feel even better is how easy it is to line up him being behind the target you want. So in other words, you know, if you want to copy the card in the first slot, he needs to be in the third slot. It's really easy to just like play a stone in the second spot to push Prodigy back behind that first slot card. Alternatively, you know, Sam Wilson's a fantastic fit for Prodigy, being able to move the shield around to line up the right spot to make sure he's behind the card you want. So it's like super smooth to actually fit the Prodigy in from a curve standpoint and from a positioning standpoint in Thanos as well. It just makes him feel like the perfect fit in this style of deck. Now, this is a Thanos list, you know, that's running a lot of targets that are great. A lot of these decks might have, you know, more tech cards like Mobius or Cosmo or something. I don't think Prodigy probably fits as well in those lists because, you know, copying a Cosmo or a Mobius isn't really as interesting or as exciting. So this one's going for power output cards first and foremost, which isn't necessarily the strongest way to play Thanos before today, but I'm wondering with the help of Prodigy if this actually pushes that to the next level and this becomes the best way to play Thanos. You might have some risk to things like Enchantress out there, but I actually beat multiple Enchantresses just because this deck can go so wide so effectively. You can still just get crazy numbers out because Thanos is just so strong right now. So ultimately, in my estimation, Prodigy has come along and actually made one of the best decks in the game. At least the Thanos archetype is certainly one of the best in the game, and maybe made it even better, perhaps pushed it to the next level, especially with an ongoing tilt like this one. So right now this card looks very good to me. I do, you know, think perhaps this could be a lot more awkward to work with in lists that don't have as much positional and energy flexibility as Thanos. So I'm curious if other people had good feelings about this card playing other lists. For me, strong card so far, but we'll keep an eye out the rest of the week, see where the data lands, and see if other lists can support Prodigy quite as well as this one. Okay, we have a Prodigy, so we need to be mindful here. Actually, Shield gives us a ton of interesting flexibility as well on Prodigy. Oh yeah, you could farm Madripoor Cap here, but I think Kunlun is just good too. And we can put Speed here. Speed's also really good for Prodigy, honestly. Deck honestly has all good targets. Like there's not, honestly, even stones are good. That's why I wanted to try Prodigy so badly in this specific deck, because I think literally every card is good. So like next turn, you know, Mind Stone into Prodigy left looks pretty great to me. You could try to force like a blue Marvel instead, I guess, but you maybe don't want to play Prodigy on 6 so much. I wanted targets that are good in the kind of like 1, 2, and 3 cost ranges. Oh god, Madripoor Shaw's a real nightmare though. Oh, it sucks to have to go at this, but we might have to. Anyway, Shield doing work if we wanted to. Mind Stone can go here, I guess. Copying Speed. Next turn's Blue Marvel, probably. I don't know, dude. This is like, we're unfortunately having to go at this. Shaw sucks. Like, they're gonna have a bunch of 3s as well, so. Oh, that's a cool animation, dude. That's my first Prodigy. Nice. I like that. Look good. Mockingbird left could sort of steal back the buff so that Shaw stops freaking scaling, you know? I mean, I guess Blue Marvel does the same for the record, so it doesn't really matter. My final turn is just not looking too exciting, is it? I'm not really setting up for a Mockingbird with this Blue Marvel at all, but if I play the Blue Marvel, I mean, nothing's really changed in that direction either. So you could go, you know, like Time Stone, Mockingbird this turn. I don't know. I mean, we're winning mid pretty hard with Kunlun, even though the shield got silenced. Like, Kunlun's still, you know, nice getting buffed up there. Stealing the buffs from Shaw here is nice, too. One is only going left. Can we use this to our advantage? Oh, they would have stolen the buffs themselves with Sarah. Interesting. That just hurts their power output totals, you know? I mean, it's crazy to... Is it crazy to just play like... I mean, is this actually crazy? Let's say they gain 6 from a Surfer. That's 30. Maybe another 3-drop comes in. Let's say, I don't know, let's say it's worth like 6 to 8 power, like 38. I'm going to like, let's say 38, 40. Even more with the speed and I think this is fine as long as you trust mid. I'm just throwing the Reality Stone in as like a flyer, you know, to fill the energy for speeds. And oh, Surfer goes there, so we're totally fine. Yeah, we're totally fine. Mockingbird holds hard. Negative zone. They might actually even lose this. They might have. Oh, dude, unbelievable hit on the negative zone, dude. Why did they? Oh, they had to play this order for maybe they were worried about like Goliath or something. It's reasonable. We don't have an Goliath, but some of these decks do. Maybe they were worried about Goliath in the unrevealed spot there. That's totally reasonable if so. Okay, Jins I am honestly not in love with, and I worry they're gonna create problems with actually maybe hand size, but definitely board space. Board space looks real risky. Limbo game. Okay, so Reality Stone becomes a very important lever basically in this world where maybe we turn that off, maybe we don't, but the opponent is sort of at our discretion. They have to need cubes, please retreat. Couple cubes short of a rank. Don't we all know that live? So Stone's actually become really good there. What did I just click that made the game very angry? Something made the game very angry. I don't think we're gonna need the nothing can stop you from moving playing Thanos thing. So let's just go ahead and do space in there. We'll just do the other 2 stones here. Still very much avoiding Nor Dimension. Having like 1 in theory would be pretty nice, I guess. Maybe to just get to like a Spectrum or Blue Marvel chain a little earlier. Goliath and very good cards. Galacta only for the opponent so far. Okay. Kitty Pryde is actually pretty interesting. Let me fill some curves here maybe. I don't know if I really want that though. This is full ongoing, so if we're playing like Spectrum, we know we can buff this a lot, so that should be fine. It might be like Blue Marvel. I keep forgetting it's a limbo game too. Jeez, it's a lot. Space is gonna be a monster problem here soon, maybe. Hope the opponent has a Killmonger. Let's see. I'm also locking up my Reality Stone. I forgot. Shoot, I don't have a Reality Stone. I should have left that spot though, maybe. I think it's fine from a power commitment standpoint, but I'm worried about it elsewise. Oh, if only that had hit mid. If only that had hit mid. So did they lose a... That's had a Galacta, right? Where'd that Galacta come from? I don't know. I'm not paying enough attention to know. Prodigy, actually, very cool. You could go Blue Marvel, 1-drop Prodigy, get a 2nd Blue Marvel. Yeah, that's super sick, actually. Very cool. My shield is stuck. I would need another card there. Can't do that here, of course, because Tarnax 4 screws with you. Spectrum can go here, though, which is really nice. Thanos could also, but unlikely to be a very good play. Oh my good god, dude. Jeez Louise, dude. Hulkling got Hulk. That's funny. Thankfully, we're still adding a lot of power here, like we talked about, you know. Jin becomes either Wasp or, you know, that other thing. Ooh, this is beautiful, isn't it? Yellow Jacket. So it's Yellow Jacket's worth 1 point right now. I'm only gonna have space for 2 cards next turn, so I might as well just play this, right? I could potentially have 2 bigger cards. I love the Blue Marvel Prodigy though. This is really cool. I'm not top decking anything, right? Because I'm gonna fill up on. No, I think I have 1 more draw. Either way though, Spectrum right and like Goliath or whatever is fine. Is there any risk with like Goliath hitting anything? I mean, Spectrum has risk of Destroyer, of course. Like that's a 1 in 25 or something though. I think you're willing to tank that risk basically. Yeah, Galacta on turn X4 is a bit wasted for them. Wasp and an arrow moves the Blue Marvel. Oh, that screws my Prodigy, bro. Oh, dog, that's tough. Like he's still an ongoing, so he's still gonna get buffed. But we had a second Blue Marvel that's now toast. This also makes Yellow Jacket a bad hit suddenly. Wasp anyway. Okay, we can live with that. 9. I don't have any 3s, so unfortunately we are gonna lose out on the speed buff here. But hopefully we just trust Spectrum, right? Dazzler's huge, bigger than Goliath or not actually. I don't want to do math, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for Goliath, so he's 9. Potentially 10 here, but Dazzler is gonna be 8. 2 plus 2 plus 2. So actually Goliath is bigger, yeah. Bigger. Okay. I don't think we go like Thanos, right? Because we need to spike power in mid to, like, mid needs help. It's not done, you know. I did that math right. It says 12. Did I? He's even bigger than I thought. Am I forgetting something? Is that just Blue Marvel? I don't know. Oh, Cap is adding it too. Oh my god, what a high roll, dude. Shang-Chi hitting that speed is rude, bro. Red Guardian irrelevant though. Blue Marvel protected. Nakia irrelevant. And Fastos irrelevant. Yeah, nice. Okay. I mean, it's funny, right? Like, this was a super low roll on Prodigy because of that stupid random arrow. But still, honestly, like, just because he became an ongoing card, you know, he still ended up contributing a meaningful 8 power. Okay, do we rip the Reality Stone early just for speed and Wiccan? I think so, right? I think you do. I like Lake Hellas a lot, so we're not going to turn that off. Wiccan Prodigy is not something I've hit yet, but I would love to. That would be so sick. It might be a cool idea to leave, like, to leave, like, Wiccan in the first slot, is what I was going to say, and then, like, you know, you basically can fill in that second spot really easily, and then Prodigy the third spot. That would be nice. It's all coming true. So yeah, I mean, I guess we do that, right? We just go Wiccan, fill in with whatever. We're gonna have a lot of energy, so it honestly can be kind of whatever. I guess we could go speed now to get even more energy. Is that really necessary though? I mean, it's not really an overcommitment yet or anything. It does actually kind of matter though, because the Prodigy's gonna need to see, like, I don't want too much energy if I can't fill it, because Prodigy also is gonna check, like, Wiccan checks, you know what I mean? So maybe for that reason we don't actually get too much energy too soon. We might have a hard time filling it cleanly, right? Oh, we could also just use shield next turn. I forgot about that. Oh my god, we don't even necessarily need to fill in, although we'll almost certainly be able to. But this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Sharpen Creator, I assume they get very easily here. They hit their Sauron kind of off curve, which is nice because sometimes their 3 drops really do matter. Blown out as expected. What was our number? 9? Might be able to deduce what we're going to draw, but stones make it, I think, pretty complicated actually. So yeah, we can go like this and then this. If you didn't want the Mockingbird here, you wouldn't necessarily have to do it this way. But I don't mind the Mockingbird here. I'm just saying you could leave shield. It's kind of the same difference. You're getting +2 either way. I guess I kind of want the Mockingbird right though, just to start matching this Ares a little better. But then that means I'm locking into shield next turn left or right, which I don't actually like at all. No, I think this is better. I guess I like Prodigy Wiccan, but definitely a part of me that's wondering if, like, a Prodigy Blue Marvel would just be better. Not that I can do that right now, but could maybe set that up for next turn. Nice double Wiccan. Okay, if I'm the opponent, I'm really nervous about how much energy I have, you know? Like, oh my god, he has so much energy, bro. That said, I don't know if they should be super worried because I don't have a lot of great ways to spend it right now, you know? This only goes to 20 to 18. This only goes like, you know, barely ahead. I'm boosting this a little. Speed's missing a buff right now. Is there a way to do a better speed play? No. It's 8. It's 11. That's a little off. I guess, like, technically the shield could maybe go here. That's a 10-point lead, though. 10 is such a common breakpoint. I think we need to beat a 10-point lead. So, yeah, I think it's this. But I'm not confident at all, dude. They have good plays. They have Scar. Can be really big. There's definitely some awkward breakpoints happening here. Enchantress. Oh, we might hold anyway with Power Stone, do we? What are we at? 8? Oh no, we're not gonna hold. But 0 is really tiny. Oh, they did not finish strong here. We got bailed out a little bit, I'd say. This game, I don't know, we just lacked a little bit of punch. Like the Prodigy Wiccan worked great. We had 10 energy, but just didn't quite punch as much as I'd like. I guess I can't really complain. We developed, what, 23 power this turn? That's not bad. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not bad. Like, you know, we did it. Starburn Crater would have helped us get a Blue Marvel in, though, maybe, if we'd done that sooner. Some opportunities there, maybe, to relook at that one. I don't know. It didn't feel as high-powered as I'd like. Not as high octane as you might expect. Oh, my God, this hand. Good Lord. It's actually just too full right now. So Cap Prodigy actually looks pretty good. Prodigy Blue Marvel could work. Probably want a spot where Cap is first and Prodigy can come in behind in third. Wiccan is now in the conversation as well. God, dude, we have a lot of choices. The hand is just gonna literally be too full. Do I want more stones or more real cards? I probably want more stones, so that they have a bit more flexibility. We also now have Wiccan Prodigy as a line, which might be nice, but my hand is it's getting wild. I also just love Cat Prodigy and Vault though, because it's, you know, we're gonna be locking this out, so it's like, it's hard to say. All these look really good. They all look really good. I will say, like, Prodigy Wiccan puts you a 10 energy on turn 6, which isn't necessarily ideal for like Thanos Blue Marvel, which costs 11, unless you play a Time Stone, which, I mean, we definitely can play a Time Stone. So this would be Cap and Wiccan together, and then we just decide. I mean, we're gonna have a choice. I think, though, I'm currently leaning towards Cap because I don't really feel strong enough. Like, I don't think Wiccan helps when I have limited space. Sometimes it's hard to use all that energy. If you could get to like Thanos and Spectrum, maybe I'd be like, oh yeah, dude, let's do that. That looks sick. Kitty Pride, okay. This one's just Wiccan for sure. I mean, you don't necessarily love Wiccan and Cap together, by the way, but you honestly could go ahead and do this already. Play Wiccan next turn. Go like Wiccan plus... No, there's nothing good to follow up with that. Do we ever just not Wiccan and we just go full ongoing? I want to get a Time Stone in, theoretically. Blue Marvel would go here, and then you'd play like Thanos. So you'd win mid, and you'd win right with like Thanos, Blue Marvel. That doesn't seem that strong, though, still. I do have Soul Stone, so Thanos doesn't worry about Shang-Chi. Boy, this is tough. I also could theoretically get a 22 power Thanos. This definitely wins mid. It just feels wrong not to play a Wiccan in some ways, but I just don't have any board space, you know? I don't think it's right. It may come back to haunt me. We'll see. An Enchantress is going to come down mid and make my life really miserable, but for now, at least, I like this better in theory. I think just going for the punchiness now. Oh my god. Okay. I'm glad the Prodigy at least, you know, started. You know, we got him off. That's good. So now, ooh, that's a good card. Do we put this here? I mean, it's not an ongoing, so it doesn't help from a Prodigy Cap standpoint, but it's just so big, right? You go to 19, they need 14 points. How are they getting 14 points in there, man? Now I'm just playing Wiccan as a body effectively. And then just hoping to finish on Thanos, right? Or maybe Spectrum to spike a little bit too. You could like Spectrum Goliath. There's just no way they're big enough here, right? I just don't see it happening. How does it happen? How does it happen? What is that? It is surged, but they're playing 2 cards, so it can't be that big. Wow. Okay, it's kind of big. We just sort of have the numbers, though. We actually inadvertently sort of played around that by playing the Mockingbird, right? We just played a thing that didn't care about being an ongoing card. They went so hard at this location, by the way, dude. We have Thanos stones. Oh no, they silenced the Power Stone. No. Actually don't really have that many ongoings for Goliath, but he's still stronger, right? Like we have 1, 2. Oh, only 2. Really? How is it only 2? I was just wondering if like Blue Marvel Goliath is ever better, but I don't see how. I don't think so. It's really only 2, bro. Does he blow when you hold Goliath out? No. I mean, he's like technically still more power, but I'm wondering if like a Reality Stone doesn't create some cool play or something. I don't know. I just like the chaos. Okay, they just retreated. That's fine too. They committed everything mid, dude. It might actually honestly just be safer to play Thanos left, thinking about it now, because like mid is totally locked. Thinking about like Prodigy lineups, right? Like you usually want the Prodigy card you're copying, in my experience so far, to be the first card in the slot, you know? Because otherwise you got to play him 4th, which can be harder to get to. Not impossible by any means, just harder, more committal, you know. We actually are losing our Wiccan here unless I draw a 1-drop. Easy game. Easy game. I mean, honestly, using Prodigy on a Time Stone is not bad, by the way. I want to be clear. Drawing a card and discounting your Thanos are both fantastic plays. So I'm actually wondering if maybe I just put the Space Stone in here, drop the Prodigy in behind, play the maybe the Wiccan goes here, but honestly, you don't really care about the max energy at that stage. You probably just play Wiccan wherever else, and then, you know, drop a Thanos in here late, kind of thing. Oh, Prodigy, this is kind of cool. He's gonna copy the Time Stone and then move out to Asteroid M, which that's fine. I don't mind that at all. We may lose Sakaar Grand Prix, but the opponent might have a hard time too. I don't know. That 2-drop's almost always bigger than my stone though, so I doubt we lose. I doubt we win it or hold it. Mockingbird's gonna be nice, super cheap. Prodigy Times is actually gonna fill the hand, isn't it? Wow. Oh my god, we only need 1 stone now. Pretty cool. Dina is definitely big enough to hold. Or does this actually count for... I think this counts as... I thought I did this before and it counted as 3 because Lemuria was weird, but I guess I'm wrong. I don't know. I remember being mad about this in some exchange before, but clearly I'm at least a little wrong. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can actually go Wiccan left now, but it just feels like it's not gonna... Oh, never mind. Asteroid M. Nope, definitely not gonna work. This is not a plan. 100% not a plan. Thanos is a plan. Oh my god, that is the worst Enchantress I've ever seen. And against my deck in particular, boy, I'm sure they just needed to play it, so no hate, but that is... Boy. Like, we're gonna feast on that, I think, right? Yeah, this feels like Blue Marvel plus... I don't think you go double stones, do you? I think you just like play a Mockingbird here. I'm kind of saying maybe left is the hardest spot to win thanks to Athena, so putting Blue Marvel here and just allowing me to shift my power elsewhere seems smart, right? So, you know, I'm thinking like Captain America goes somewhere, although he's currently very bad. We actually really don't have a lot of ongoing right now. But, you know, Thanos, stones or something, whatever it is, right? That's already gone. Yeah, that's fine. Another wasted reactionary card from the opponent here, I would say. Oh, they also played 3 cards this turn. They decided to go for the kitty instead of buffing Athena? That just feels... That feels, I don't know, not right? Is it rude to say? It just feels incorrect. I don't know. Man, this is honestly pretty nuts. Part of me wants to contest left now, by the way. Like 14, like 17 looks like a pretty reasonable number. I sort of think Thanos gets there. We can still get pretty big, right? Like this, and then mid's already pretty strong. Actually, maybe the Power Stone goes mid, huh? Yeah, I think this is better. This is like kind of theoretically wasting the Thanos maybe, but I think we actually might just win all three. Yeah, they didn't even go for Thanos, so yeah, kind of wasting the Thanos in the direction I didn't mean. I meant like it might be overkill, but actually now we're just so big everywhere. How did they get there? They are playing a ton of cards, like good on them, but gee, that could have killed a Thanos too. Actually, they went for the guaranteed mid, which is totally smart. God, dude, we almost won mid despite losing the Mockingbird to 8. Goodness gracious. Yeah, this deck just puts out numbers, dude. You know, like that was not the world's most amazing Prodigy. You don't like lose your mind over this Prodigy, but it was really good, right? It was really good. Discounted Thanos, so I was able to get one more card on this final dump. Drew a card, like, man, kind of didn't draw a card in theory because our hand was full, but you know, technically drew a card. Okay, Power Stone, yeah, go do your thing, man. I like you right for some reason, right? It's looking good to me. Right feels strong. Zabu for the opponent. Okay. You guys are like watching my hair dry in real time while I'm recording this video. You're gonna be able to tell the sequencing of the games. Like normally you might have a hard time telling what games are in which order, but now you're gonna be like, oh, his hair is darker in the beginning and his hair gets lighter as it goes. So Wiccan's dead to us. He's just dead. We missed turn 2 completely. We honestly have hit Wiccan way just so consistently. It's so easy. Mindstone. Oh, I really want to play that, but just I don't really see Mockingbird getting cheaper this game, weirdly, so I kind of just think we play her. She's just bigger than Wiccan. It's just gonna be hard to make her cheaper while wanting to do other things. Like I want to play Blue Marvels and so on. Dude, this is a weird game. Prodigy? Dude, Prodigy Blue Marvel would be so sick, but I don't have enough cards on board to make it worth it, you know? I'm thinking about maybe taking a Prodigy turn next turn. I don't know. This is like a really hard location to win right now is the problem. Maybe I do this the other way around. Prodigy Cap is really strong, right? But it's definitely a bit of overkill. I need like speed to make that feel worth it because I need like, you know, some meaningful power contributions left. Although I don't know, Sewer System might make it awkward for them. They're definitely a smaller deck, but you know, one big buffed Gwynpool target could definitely beat me there. Dazzler is actually probably one of the better results I could have got, I think. It's not perfect, but it's at least a solid way to fill in the curve. I think speed would be a bit bigger, but they're close. I'm trusting Prodigy Cap holds, but it's actually weak to Shang-Chi. I got so big that Shang-Chi beats me now. I'm very worried about Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi, don't do it to me. Technically, I got what I asked for, right? Technically, I got what I asked for. Oh. You can definitely run Cosmo in this deck, by the way, if you're like just hate Enchantress, you know. I went for raw power to support Prodigy better, but you could easily take Cap or Speed and turn them into a Cosmo. Or Prodigy. You know, Prodigy, of course, you could play Cosmo too. To avoid those problems. I think personally over teching against tech cards is a bit of a you know, I think this deck goes wide enough you don't really have to do that. There's been plenty of Enchantresses we've beat today, but you know, it is an option for you if you want. Marty likes Eliath. That's not cool, Marty. That's not cool at all, Marty. Get a copy of a card in your opponent's hand as Iron Man. Wow, that's powerful. This makes me think, well, not Mr. Negative, because you're not gonna be running Cap's Shield, I don't think. Probably kind of like threes deck, like maybe Thena, Agent Venom stuff. Deep Space, eh? Well, I guess Power Stone's one of the better results there for sure, but that's gonna be hard for me to get any value out of. Mockingbird is about the only good card I have there. Really, literally, maybe the only good card we have there. We could just dump some stones or something, I guess. Yeah, let's just start ripping stones there. Honestly, some getting destroyed is probably okay for us. I think that maybe is a good thing. I don't know. Some space wouldn't hurt. I mean, we don't have a lot of things to do, but we're gonna be drawing a lot of cards here. Funnily enough, we might get most of our stones and then be sad that Power Stone is turned off, right? Could be risky. Soul Stone would let us safely play into Danger Room with Thanos, which could be a big spike. Bro, they got my Sam. They're doing ping pong in it, man. That's not fair at all. They're ping ponging us. I think Ant-Man is fine, right? I could choose like a Dazzler as well. Am I gonna be good with Dazzler? I don't know. I mean, Ant-Man's practically Dazzler anyway, so I think that's fine. Next turn we move Shield, we play Blue Marvel maybe. It's not gonna make us the strongest here, but we're still maybe solid mid if I just dump a Thanos there. I don't know. We have choices at least this way. I mean, Prodigy is a 3/8 with Ant-Man. That's pretty good. I can't be mad about that, right? Let's see what the opponent is doing still, though. We don't really still know what they're doing. We know that Iron Man spike can come left, so left might be hard to win with the Iron Man spike coming in there. Dude, Wiccan is still active, but I just have nowhere to play it. Oh, dude. Zoo Iron Man. Whoa. Scroll Girl gets deleted, which actually hurts their Marvel Boy. That's kind of funny. Dude, Mockingbird is really good there, too. Maybe we just go Thanos here. That just leaves Danger Room so exposed, man. I guess Mockingbird Thanos is playable next turn. Like Mockingbird mid, Thanos right. That's solid, I will say. Like that's pretty solid. And we're still contesting left enough to make them work for it. Like if they work for left, you know, whatever they play there, their own Mockingbird, Gilgamesh, whatever it is, like if they work for that, they might have a hard time winning the next spot. Oh, Prodigy Marvel Boy is very cool. Strange Supreme gets deleted though. That's very sad for the opponent. Yeah, I don't see how they're pulling this back, right? It's very strong for us. We know Thanos is safe. Left looks actually very safe, even against like their own Blue Marvel or something. I think we hold. There's only one buffable one drop, so you don't have to worry about like Kazar Blue Marvel stuff. Gilgamesh is no spike. They have a lot of risk, right, which they've already lost some of. Yeah, this was a pretty good game for us. Another one of those prodigies that's like you're not like over the moon about it, but it's just consistently solid, you know, just good. Just feels good. Okay, yeah, let's do Time Stone first, of course. That's fine. Time Stone's actually a pretty good Prodigy hit, I think, so I don't mind putting him in the first spot here, just to power distribute. We still have this if we want some really key target for Prodigy. Honestly, Goliath also pretty great. Ooh, Goliath mid, amazing as well. Let's, ooh, Sam mid, even better perhaps. Oh my god, this curve, dude, this deck. I have not been playing much Thanos, but my god, it feels like cheating. Everything is just so smooth and easy. It's just clean, you know, like it just feels just like butter to play, basically. Wait on Room is very good for us as well, and we can actually contribute a lot next turn. Like we can go Cap and Ant-Man without locking out power thanks to Shield, you know. Whew. Patience are good for us, man. Prodigy still has some good hits too. We're leaving that space open as well. Sometimes I almost feel like I don't want the Wiccan. Speaking of, I just drew the Wiccan as I'm saying I don't want the Wiccan. Like it's fine. We can play it next turn with Power Stone. I'm not mad about that either. We're gonna have a million energy, honestly. A million. They might also finish this though. Hawkeye gives them a lot of cheap stuff. Surge card as well, right? So would not be shocked. They might get Acid Arrow though and be like, oh man, I don't want to risk the Acid Arrow. Thankfully we beat him to it though. I love that we're doing this, not even locking in, but also even if we were locked in, it's so much freaking power that you don't even care. It's like you'd be fine either way. It's outrageous. Spectrum is now showing up as well. This is so ridiculous, dude. I am gonna miss a turn here actually, so we are kind of missing out on any Prodigy play, but I don't think it matters, dude. Our numbers are just so absurd. I think it's fair that the opponent could have an Enchantress in this deck for sure. You know, we're seeing Captain Marvel, but I don't think that's gonna matter, man. Especially if I end up with priority into turn 6, because I'll just buff all this pre-Enchantress, unless they play the Enchantress now. Oh, that changes things a little bit. Okay, that would have been a big surprise. I maybe could have held on to that. Basic Arrow and Kitty Prime. The good thing for us is we just have so much stuff. Prodigy Spectrum, is that doable? No, it's not. I can't play. If I had another card, I could. Or if I could move if the shield was somewhere else and I could move it mid, we could. That would be so sick, dude. Wow, that's hard to pull off normally because that's a 9 cost play. Usually Wiccan only gets you 8 energy, but with the White Hot Room, if we'd had some different staggering, we absolutely could have, you know, like if Goliath were mid, for instance, you know, you could play Spectrum here. Well, could you? Yeah, you could play Spectrum here, then move Shield, and then Prodigy, dude. That would be so sick. It may not line up from like a power distribution standpoint, but actually a crazy opportunity if that ever lines up. Fist bump opponent. Yeah, we'll play Power Stone for sure just to keep our speed and Prodigy hopes alive. Dude, I haven't copied Power Stone yet with Prodigy, but that might actually be pretty sick, dude. You could get a giant Thanos. It's rarely would that be worth it, but in theory, ooh, this might break my lines, man. My line's gonna break. They are. Oh, why couldn't this have been next turn, dude? Oh man, you broke my lines, Tinkerers. Broken, dude. Prodigy Goliath also looks pretty solid, by the way. Like, so many good options, dude. Dazzler Prodigy. Like, literally, I don't know if there's a bad card in this deck for Prodigy. Sam, I guess. But even then, you're like copying and ongoing for Spectrum and stuff and Captain America. I mean, Thanos and Mockingbird, I guess, are actually bad, but you know. Some of the stones you probably don't love. Reality Stone's not great. Theoretically, Purple Stone's tough if you don't get the full support for it. I guess we still just play the Wiccan on curve, right? It's fine. Start loading up right. I don't really have good lines. This Wiccan missing actually is kind of hurting my lines a little bit because I'm not really sure I'm going to play Mockingbird. I don't know. Maybe this Wiccan actually wasn't right. I'm thinking about just... This is too much commitment, right? Yeah, it's too much commitment. Let's rip through this Martyr. It's like Blue Marvel Soul Stone's my final play, though. That just doesn't look good, does it? I guess it's fine. Prodigy copies Ant-Man. That's a great copy, dude. It's a 3/8, dude. Don't sleep on it. Did lock in here, so I have fixed math on this. Yeah, this is kind of too hard to beat. Am I crazy? It's like really big. They could even have a Blue Marvel incoming still. Dazzler's only going to gain +4, so that's 2029. It's not enough. 2 ongoings here, so I could add 11 this way. 11 plus 4. It's like technically enough, but not against any buffs. If they play like Blue Marvel or whatever, you're just totally cooked. I think you got to do something like this, maybe. Don't love that either, though, dude, to be honest. I don't love this either. I'm just thinking Martyr might maybe save me like this. If they go for like Gilgamesh left or something, you might have a Martyr play mid. Oh, Dazzler also small. Oh, dude, barely. Good lord. Oh, that was a tough call, dude. Their Prodigy was a baller.